Hello YouTube, how you doing today? Hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome back to another race. This one we're in the 5th round of touring cars here at Imola. So I qualified for this one in 3rd, but as usual with me, qualifying in 3rd and finishing in 3rd, well, that's a different matter. But we're off to a pretty good start so far. Punching a little bit above my weight, to be honest, in this race. Wasn't expected to qualify up in 3rd. So far we're hanging on, though. It's all going well to begin with, but will it stay that way? Probably not. And in fact, I've just made a massive mistake, as you can see there. I didn't drop it down to 1st. And I've lost a place, and in fact I've got somebody coming up the outside of me here, and this is going to be a bit tricky going too wide through here. I'll try to give him as much space as I can. I'm going to have to let him go. There's really no way through there. Give him a little love tap. He was slightly slower than me through there, but I mean, it is what it is. So we've dropped down to 5th, and the guy behind is actually kind of pretty close as well. So if I'm not careful here, I'm going to lose another place. Now, when I started this race, Iracing said that I should pretty much finish about 10th. So here we are up at 5th. So anywhere in the top 10, I'm pretty good, really, compared to where it thinks I should finish. So I think I've got the measure of the guy behind me, and I think I'm as quick as the guys in front of me, but it's just all about kind of not making mistakes. That's the thing about iRacing, that I'm trying to get hold of the consistency. So we've pulled a little bit of a gap now, as you can see, behind to the guy behind, and I'm kind of hanging on to the guys in front. And you know, it's very easy to kick yourself over making a mistake. It's stupid. I should have put it down to 1st. I was in 2nd gear. I lost a lot of traction. Guys got past me. Because I know I've got the pace here, but what's done is done, so now you just got to get on with it. So at this point I'm thinking it's all about just pulling a gap out to the guy behind, so that he's not challenging me, because I don't want to have to defend. I want to kind of try and keep up with these guys in front of me, and so far that seems to be working. Guys in front seem to be of a similar pace to myself. I've also got a little bit of draft, so that's going to help me. So if I can break the toe of the guy behind and keep hold of the guys in front, and doing that won't help, because that was not a particularly good corner there. But luckily the guy behind isn't catching, so at this point, checking my mirrors, it's pretty good so far. I'm thinking just kind of hang on to the back of the car in front. I'm making a few mistakes, so an off track there. So I do have 2 off tracks in this entire race, which, to be honest, around Imola isn't too bad. It's really easy to get off tracks around here. Hopefully it's something they'll address later down the line, certainly with some of the corners, but if you're careful, you know, you can get around it. But you know, as you can see, I've lost a little bit of time through there. The guys in front have kind of pulled out a bit of a gap, and the guy behind is catching me up a little bit. The only thing I've got in my favour here is that the guys in front are battling, so hopefully that's going to slow them down a little bit. So at this stage it's kind of all up in the air. I'm kind of watching my mirrors, looking at the guy behind me, and obviously doing my best to try and keep my lines nice and tight and tidy, try and catch up to the guys in front. But it's not working out because I just went wide into that corner there. But at least better that time through the chicane. So I'm managing to hold the guy behind me at bay, and I'm not really catching the guys in front. I just really don't want to lose tone to these guys in front. If I lose the draft, then I'm really going to struggle to catch these guys back up again, because they're lapping at about the same speed that I am. And as you can see right now, they've pulled a good 1.5 lap out on me, gap out on me. So it's head down and try and get some of that time back. Now I think the guy directly ahead of me, he's made a little bit of a mistake there, and that's allowed me to close up a little bit. And I am pushing pretty hard right now. Much better lap this time. I managed to close the gap a little bit, and I managed to pull out a little bit more of a gap to the Honda behind. So I'm starting to settle down a little bit now. I'm managing to keep pace pretty much with the guy in front, which is faster than the guy behind.
You want to keep out in the bottom of it? Keep out in the bottom of it, then yeah, we'll see.
I'm managing to pull out a little bit of a gap. There's obviously something going on at the front. So there's obviously some contact keeps happening. Because that is an ongoing thing. But what exactly is happening I don't know, because it's way ahead of me. So definitely finding a bit more of a rhythm now, and keeping the guy behind now. I think I've broken the toe now, and I've managed to catch a little bit of the gap up to the guy in front, or the cars in front. So at this point, thinking pretty comfortable. If I can finish 5th, that's good with me. Top 5, I'll be happy with that. Given that this is only my first season in touring cars, and actually the first time I've ever raced at Imola on Iracing. I've raced here a long time ago in Assetto Corsa, I think. Well, I think I was against AI. So, you know, the fact that I'm sitting in 5th place in a top split race, actually I'm pretty happy with where I am and how the race is going. Seem to have reasonable pace. We're doing early 156s. And as you can see, I'm much smoother now, much more settled than I was at the beginning of the race. Just kind of settling into race pace now. Try and get behind the guys in front, try and put a little bit of pressure on. You never know. They might make a mistake, I might get an opportunity, so just try and keep as close as I can. So pull right up on the back of them now. And it's only a 15-minute race, so it's not a long time to get something done. So if you lose out time, you know, you make a mistake and you lose the draft, then you know, you haven't got a chance really to catch this up if you're not, you know, lapping kind of the same speed as the guys right at the front of the field are. But at this point, I'm just kind of content to just sit back in 5th place, close enough that if something happens, then I'm going to pick up the pieces. So I think that was my fastest lap of the race there, 55.9. It's not far off my fastest ever lap round here, to be honest. So 55.8 is my fastest. And there's obviously still problems going on front of the field. So you can see them up there in the distance. But right now for us, this is all about this kind of 3-horse race for 3rd position. And to be honest, some of the closest racing I've done in touring cars. Very, very evenly matched this, myself and the 2 drivers up front. We both were kind of all 3 of us putting in lap times very similar. A little bit of a mistake there for me. Didn't quite get a good exit through there. I was a bit late on the brakes, and that compromised my exit out of the corner, but caught it back up a little bit here under braking. So I'm just trying at the moment just to keep on the back of the car in front. So a white flag now, last lap. So the lead car there just defending. It's allowed me to catch up a little bit. Really difficult to overtake. These cars so evenly matched. Kind of had a look up the inside here. I couldn't quite get the drive. And he's come across the block. I actually had to back off a little bit there. I was actually a little bit faster through that section. But you can see him blocking me there.
Why are you defending me? You're a lap car. Get out the fucking way.
And again, the guy leading the field having problems with a back marker there.
Mate, you are an absolute penis, like. No wonder you're at the back of the fucking iRater.
Hey, fuck you, just fucking gate, okay? You are hitting on me, I'm losing my shit around this fucking track. I'm end up making.
Mate, I didn't personally give a shit about you.
You are... Come on.
Definitely
What
some
do you mean, come on, mate?
argy-bargy.
You drove into the fucking...
Check where the fuck you are going.
Go fight in the parking lot.
So yeah, so that was it. Definitely some argy-bargy there with a back marker at the front of the grid. Well, that's the end of it. That was the race. Pretty good race, I think. Probably one of the closest I've done in touring cars so far this season. If you did enjoy this race, please leave a like, consider subscribing for more content like this, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.